this is where most human beings screw the pooch.
So a little one-person trampoline, very.
I screen shared it. Like, there's no excuse. Like, phone numbers are just out there. You just got to pick up the phone, smile, and dial. So. Good morning, and welcome back to another episode of the Talk to Tanner Morning Show, where we go over tips, tricks, ideas, and exercises to help make you the absolute best entrepreneur you can be, not only for yourself, but for the people you love and care about most. Good morning, everyone. We have a fun-filled episode, and as you can see in this in the title below, we're going to be talking about Oprah Winfrey and some advice that we got from her. Shout out to one of the members in my BNI chapter. He handles all the taxes. So when people have tax clients and stuff, usually refer them. He's out of Chicago. And so shout out to my tax guy. He gave a presentation and had some points on Oprah, and I thought I'd share them this morning. I thought they were really good. So we'll go ahead and we'll get straight to it. Oprah, many of us know Oprah and her story. Incredible feats, kind of all over the place. I mean, you can pull up her Wikipedia page and just get a quick glance on the craziness that has been her life, kind of run around from Mississippi to living in the inner cities in Milwaukee, and then her big show was out of Chicago. She's a total badass and has a lot of great advice. I think she was the first Black billionaire. I'm not sure. But either way, incredible accolades and awards. So thank you, Oprah, for all of your service and all you've done. So let's take some of your points and some advice this morning. And we're going to be taking it from the approach from Oprah, like communicating and helping others, trying to help other people. So like when you're trying to connect with someone, when you're trying to work with someone, when you're trying to meet someone, when you're trying to strengthen a relationship with someone, these tips and tricks can be very helpful for these situations. So let's go ahead and get to the board. Let me make sure I got my notes up real quick. Good morning. I don't know why that keeps closing out. Sorry about that. Okay, we're good to go. I just need to see my show notes. I'll be writing down quite a bit. Good morning to everyone. Let me adjust my camera for Instagram. Good morning, everyone. Episode 217. 217, and we're talking about Oprah. Advice from Oprah. The first piece of advice when communicating with other people and trying to get on the same level, but also to a state to where you can be in a position to really help other people. Number one is remove barriers. Remove barriers. So this first piece of advice, I want to start with this one because it can be interpreted in a few different ways. Whether this is just putting people on the same playing field, I think she meant a lot about it, was like making sure everyone has the same opportunities, same rights, kind of to be able to move on, or the same headspace. I know for me, sometimes I can see somebody and make a quick judgment, so I don't give them the chance before I'd have a physical barrier up to not accept them for who they are or something along those lines. Or I could assume that they need help with this when they actually need help with that. So removing any type of barriers right off the bat, having an open state of mind, I think is very healthy. And a great piece of advice. Shout out. Thanks, Oprah. So the first one is removing barriers, creating a level playing field so you can be open and actually try to understand the other person. Always a great idea. Easy to get away with us with the craziness of our lives, of our day-to-days. And the next one is be present. Be present. I like to say giving somebody your full attention is one of the nicest things you can do today. I still think the nicest thing you can do for somebody is cook them a hot meal, but close to number two would probably be being present and giving somebody your attention. There are billion-dollar companies all over the place trying to grab our attention. Like their marketing teams are literally in meetings as we speak over there in Silicon Valley, and they're like, how can we keep them watching? And over time, our attention spans have suffered quite a bit, unfortunately. And with this in mind, you can see when you're interacting with people, people look at their cell phones a lot or their other tech products, or they're just off in la la land in general. So we can be very helpful to other people just by not doing that. Just acknowledging that looking at your phone is not what you should be doing when you're communicating with another individual. People notice that. I know usually a lot older people notice that more than younger people, but I know a lot of my friends, I'll be chatting with them, talking with them, and they're just staring at their phone the whole time. And it's pretty hard to connect with you or to be helpful or to really hear what's going on with you. Not every single conversation needs to be super emotional and this and that. I get it. If you got to look at your phone, you have to. But cutting that down and just being present and giving full attention, put over here, full attention, can set you apart from so many people. So many people. Full attention. If we just give our full attention, we can really help a lot of people. And that could be the one nice thing that you do for somebody today. Because you should always be doing something nice for somebody. Number three, ask about them. Ask about them. This is key. What do people really enjoy to talk about? What is the most common word in the English language? It's I. What do people want to talk about more than anything? And it is ourselves. It's our story. It's what we're up to. It's what we're planning. It's what we're going through. All this stuff that's the craziness in life. Asking about them. When you think about your greatest interactions with people, again, shout out to the greatest book of all time, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. If you ask people about them, they're going to be a lot more open, a lot more defensive. And it's incredible how that whole principle of just being more interested makes people more interesting. So being interested in people is very, very helpful. And just that could be our superpower. As we remove the barriers, we give our full attention, we ask about them to make sure they're doing okay and that they are in a state to remove barriers, and we can have open dialogue to make sure that we can work with these potential people. I'm speaking in more of a sense, in my experience, and where I'm trying to apply this more is like with my new customer base and my friends and family, as I am having dialogue with them back and forth. It's like these are the greatest things that I can do for others, really, is asking them, how are they doing? Because so many people are going through the fast-paced day-to-day, like we mentioned in the other ones, that not a lot of people are asking you how you are doing. How are you doing? How are you managing things? What's up? What's one thing you're working on lately? And then just see where the conversation goes with them. So focusing on them can be your superpower. Thanks, Oprah. Another piece of great advice. And what was the other ones that I wanted to? Oh, yeah. Number 4, commonalities. Commonalities. I love this one. Commonalities. Did I spell that right? Commonalities. Yeah. So commonalities, finding the common ground. This is one of the most difficult things for people to do nowadays. Unfortunately, everything's so polarizing. Even though, okay, side little tangent. I don't believe people disagree as nearly as much as they think. It's just the extremes on online platforms usually get posted and pushed because of negative bias. And so our eyeballs tend to fall to that quickly. In all reality, I don't think people disagree as much as we think. if we just took the time to talk about the commonalities. Who doesn't want health care for everyone? Who doesn't want better education? Who doesn't want to get rich off of the growth and appreciation of the stock market? Am I right? Those are all great things. And then just talking about the commonalities, removing the barriers, giving full attention, asking about the other person, and then seeing I know we got something common. I know we're both trying to live a happy, healthy life. We're trying to help people. If you're tuning into this show and you're getting advice from people like Oprah, chances are you're about personal development, not only for yourself, but for other people. And this is common amongst millions. And imagine if we took the time to find common ground with what it is that we're doing. So maybe that could be one of the challenges for you today as well, along with these other pieces, is what is the commonalities with, so someone says something, it kind of pisses you off, you're not feeling great about it, and you're thinking, okay, what do I have in common with this person? How can I remove a few barriers? Can I maybe just pay attention to see what it is that they're really saying? And maybe these cues and these techniques can help you understand this person to the point to where, that's not even a big deal. I'm not going to let it ruin my day. So number 4, commonalities, finding commonalities with people, either whether, you see someone you don't like them right off the bat, just understanding, we're both here trying to get healthy in fitness, or we're both here trying to help other people. We're both here just trying to be better. That's how we're all the same. We were talking about that on one of the other episodes. And the last one, this one's I think the most powerful out of all of them. All of these are very, very relevant, but the last one I think is the most powerful. And move people emotionally. Move people emotionally. Move people emotionally. When do you make your choices? What do you base your choices off of? Emotions. Humans are emotional creatures. I still always love Mark Manson's. He's the guy who wrote The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, and talks about how there's the feeling brain, which is controlled by emotions, and the thinking brain, which is controlled more by the logical side of our brain, and how our emotions are actually in the driver's seat. Our emotions, when you think about this is why people know to get healthy, to lose weight, to not smoke, to exercise. They know it, and then they don't do it because we're driven by emotions, not by logic. But the gap between the two, when you know something's right and you keep doing the wrong, that's when you feel a lot of pain and you feel pretty not good. But we can help people with this by understanding the power of emotions and understanding that people make decisions emotionally. So what is someone into? What I think is the easiest way to go about this is figuring out, what do people like? What do they like? Do they like fitness? Do they like dogs? Do they like cats? Do they like traveling? Do they like rock climbing? Do they like business? What do people like? Remove the barriers around it. Find out what it is that they like. Give full attention to what they're saying. Ask about them on the things that you know that they are emotionally pulled towards, and find those commonalities. There's got to be, this is the secret sauce, to connecting with anyone, anywhere, anytime, and having a good time with it, and getting them to know, like, and trust you. Let me lower the camera to make sure that you guys can see the full screen. Sorry about that. Move people emotionally. So we can take this recipe and then we can apply it to the people who we're trying to connect with the people who we're trying to impact, and with the people that could potentially make the world a better place. I know that's what we're doing here with our 6-week challenge, but that's all we had here. I hope you guys can maybe take some of these tips and tricks from Oprah herself. Thank you, Oprah. Again, take these, see where you can apply them for yourself. Maybe you just need to pay a little more attention when someone else is talking. Maybe we need to find a common ground. Like there's got to be something that they like that helps with their emotions that we can find slightly in common. There's got to be something. And focus on that and give that to them, because chances are somebody's not getting the attention they need, and maybe you could come in and you could be the difference maker to making someone having a good day or not. That's all I have. These are 5 tips from Oprah herself to help connect with anybody, anywhere, potential clients, your friends, your family, anyone who you want to have a stronger and better relationship, or maybe you even want to start a new relationship. Stick with these and you're going to be okay. That's all I have for today. Thank you for tuning in with us. Another episode of the Talk to Tara Morning Show will be live with more tips, more tricks, more ideas to help you become the best entrepreneur you can be, with episode 218 live tomorrow, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. And keep checking out for our 6-week challenge. Let me throw on a banner before we get out of here. How do I scroll this bad boy? Oh, scroll, save, show. 6-week challenge to become happier and more productive. If you would like to hear about our 6-week challenge, it's like 42 days, man. There's going to be some principles that we're going to need to follow, some guiding principles, some rules that are going to really help cement and stick and make sure, guarantee. But I mean, this structure is what people are paying for, right? The structure and the work is why I can guarantee that you're going to be happier, you're going to be more productive when you do this 6-week challenge. So if you want to learn more about the 6-week challenge, please, you can send me a direct message on any of the social media platforms. That's usually the fastest and best way to get a hold of me. Thanks so much for tuning in this morning. Again, episode 217, good old Oprah Winfrey giving us some advice this morning. Man, if we use this stuff, ain't nobody who's going to stop us. We're going to feel good. We're going to be helping people. We're going to be getting better. It's a win-win. Create those win-wins, and we'll continue to win. For now, everyone, have an amazing, fun-filled Tuesday. I got to get out of here. Tuesday is one of my busier days, so got to go get after it myself. I hope you guys do the same. Enjoy your Tuesday. Remember, happiness takes practice, so let's get a little bit better today. Cheers to personal development. Episode 217, tips from Oprah. Thanks, Oprah. I'm out of here. Until next time.